Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Asking for all of the consent again. Martin, are you okay to give consent this time?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good start. Are you going to pull an editor's rib on me on this episode, or is it even worth me saying put the entrance music here now? And then, I mean, you'll probably do it now while I'm talking, and then we'll come back and
I'm going to say
the entrance has happened and I'm talking. Is that what's happening these days? Like, what's that on about?
Bro, you've literally just like talked yourself into a rib, talked yourself back out of it. And then somehow wormed your way back into something, so you don't even know where you are now.
Nah, I've got.
Yeah, so you don't even know.
It's right before the outro.
You don't even know. You don't even know what's going to go on. Like,
I've got no idea where this intro music is hitting. Probably not.
It's like Where's Wally? It's like Where's Wally now with the intro.
Literally,
music.
I'll be playing a game of Where's That Intro Music. That's absolutely a fair shout. Fuck you. So wait there a minute. Hold on. I feel that we need a bit of karaoke because it's an American pay-per-view. So I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man.
Every man.
The slow ones counting. What the fuck was that backing track?
I was gonna start fucking America.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm gonna save the motherfucking day. Yeah,
that's what I was waiting for.
No offense, we'll probably do a better job than the lead singer of Motley Crue these days, won't we?
Definitely.
Fuck you, Vince Neil.
Yeah, sorry, Vince Neil, but you suck, loser.
Loser.
Yeah, like we can talk.
Get your loser t-shirt.
Literally.
£12.
Oh shit! Look at him throwing fucking offers out there.
Fucking machine gun of fucking gimmickry then. Fucking firing.
The merch man says we've got new merch.
shooting them shirts at the cannons like fucking Shawn Michaels did back in 1998. Was he? Am I right, Rob? I just threw you in there. Am I right? I don't know.
He was nursing a broken back at that point.
Oh, who was doing that then? Was it 96 then? No,
probably Sable.
It wasn't him together in 96, was it?
It was definitely Sable.
Was it Sable or the big cannon?
Always will be. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. All of the big cannon. She knows how to handle the big cannon, that woman.
Apparently so.
Hit that intro music.
Maybe.
Well, let's get into it. I can't be asked to go around the houses all day, so we're going to do this. We are talking Hot Tag Reviews presenting episode 18. 1 year anniversary this show. We've done 18 episodes in 12 months. Apparently, that's pretty impressive. I'm quite happy with that. Right, you boys?
Yeah.
Looks
like we've got a lot more to do. So
absolutely.
It's just good to see that the development of how fat my face has actually got since like the first episode.
There's a reason
I've been on a bit of a
pop
beard
filter. There's a reason this pop filter sits where it sits, and that's purely because
I would say, Rob,
my chin grows. Which chin is the question? The answer. The question. The answer. You've fucked your microphone up now, haven't you? Playing around with it, you silly cunt.
Yeah, worth it.
Yeah, can't wait till the webcam goes blurry and you get shouted at again. So here we are. We're here for World Championship Wrestling. We're in the DeLorean. John's DeLorean, I'm told. It is the Great American Bash on June 15th, 1997 in the Mark of Quaid City's Arena, Moline, Illinois. It's Chicago. Fuck off. There's a sellout. 9,000. I don't know. I'm just going.
What the fuck was that fucking noise out your face?
Also, give him a nice warm hug on Father's Day.
Oh,
that is the tagline. How beautiful.
Oh, you mean this pay-per-view tagline? I was like, Mark, that's generous. Yeah. You're a father too. You deserve hugs too.
Yeah, we'll sort that out as well. Like,
oh, okay.
Hugs all round. Hugs all round on any day, not just Father's Day.
Also,
Any day and every day.
All of the days.
Doesn't have to be. Any day ends in Y. It's all good.
Hit that intro music. 9,613
Triple effect.
Would you like my Cuba Libre?
Keeping it
I got me some Cuba Libre.
Oh, it's going to be a long episode.
Oh my god. 9,613 sellout for 165,000 buy rate, which turns out to be 45,000 up on the previous year. That's pretty impressive considering the figures that the WWF have been drawing at this time, don't you think, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gathering some steam now, I think, WCW are.
Seeing as you're making this a long episode, I have my new tilt glass, Tilt Birmingham, pinball, craft beer, get down there. I have my Jack Daniels. And to be honest with you, I probably could have done with a night off just because of the weekend's activities. But yeah, that looks like a pretty decent
pour, turn this out of like me just saying something about my Coke bottle into him like necking
a whole
like
segment
bottles of Jack Daniels.
A whole segment.
Yeah.
Whole segment.
It's like that meme, you know, where it says we've crossed out Stone Cold's face, and I'm like, if you guess who this wrestler is, I'm drinking tonight.
That's good that he's not like that. Spoiler alert, I'm drinking tonight.
Cuba Libre, love it.
Oh yeah, now we're ready. Oh yeah, the Macho Man. And speaking of the Macho Man, he's all plugged in this American flag sort of advertisement gimmick, all about the American dream, but also includes obviously Savage versus Page 2, which is the main event of this show. We get fireworks, we get Shivani, we get Dusty Roll, baby, and we get Bobby the Brain Heenan sipping on that vodka. And we're told that it's the 13th bash. Do you not think there is too many fucking pay-per-views with the word bashing?
2.
We're about to go from the Great American Bash to the Bash at the Beach. What's that all about? What if you put them next to each other, split them out? My little brain can't fucking cope.
I'm Bash at the Beach in August.
No, that's next month.
Hog Wild, isn't it, in August?
Yeah.
This year. Yeah. Okay.
I think Ted Turner just loves bashes. So I don't know. I don't want to talk about his personal life, but I think it's just like, can you put a bash here? I tell you, fuck it, bang a second.
Yeah.
While Rob bangs another drink down. I'll drink to that, buddy.
I'll drink to that, damn it.
You'd have thought that like spread them out. Like that's just really bad. That's bad. Like planning.
Are you still talking about the bashes, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
The pair of bashes.
Yeah.
Also, Bushwhackers. Mentioning Bushwhackers, the world tag titles are plugged as Piper and Flair are going to take on the Outsiders tonight, is what we're told. And then obviously Savage Page, there must be a winner, he's plugged. And here we go. We're ready because Dave Pence is in the building, baby. And we're about to go into match 1. So, Don, for the announcement, let's hear you.
Me. Coming to the ring first, it's...
Who's his opponent, Don?
It's a gold-cladded...
Who's the ref, Don? Who's the ref, Don?
There's definitely somebody in Don's...
It's our Logan,
somebody in Don's background definitely telling him off.
It's the window.
Somebody's shouting at you, Don.
Piper and Dudley, Gay Till just having a go at you, look.
Yeah, fuck them.
Love it. Fuck it. Tell them to, suck a dick. They're used to that round there at that age.
5.
So remember when Zoom asked for consent? YouTube's going to be asking for consent at this rate, and so are people's ears by the time we're finished. So we do have a respect match, and just in case you couldn't translate Dave Pencer, we have Psychosis with Sonny Ono taking on the Ultimate Dragon according to the title card. But let's be honest, we all know It's the Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimo.
There we go. Your referee for this
just
one.
say, Psychosis is definitely one of my top luchadors.
I was gonna say. I thought you were revealing another one of the 5. Then, Mart. Is this a category separate to the 5?
This is a separate category. Oh yeah, the Triple A's have got a separate category. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I like that. That's good.
I like the fact there's weight categories. I like the fact there's weight categories for your tops.
Yeah.
You were featherweight. Get in that league.
Just out of interest, then, while we're on this, and I know this is a WCW pay-per-view, and we are talking about cruiserweights and AAA and all of that stuff, which is great. But I'm just really intrigued now to understand just one more tag team in your top 5 to the New Age Outlaws. You've piqued my interest. I need to know.
What? Oh, you want a tag team top 5?
I just want a second one. Just a
second one.
Just a teaser. Because the New Age Outlaws are number 1. We know that. But who's in there? Who's in that 5? Like, I want to know, baby. I want to know. I want to know what love is.
That's quite.
Want you to tell him.
That's quite. I'll give you an interesting.
Road dog sucking off.
Are they on this show tonight?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not even in that fucking promo.
The Dudley Boys.
Okay.
The Dudley Boys are in my top 5.
Yeah.
Strong.
They should be number 1. And that's only in comparison to the other team that are in that top 5. So look at that face. Scott
Disappointment.
I need to get on with this. So Scott Dickinson. Scott Dickinson. I can't stop saying Dickinson. I'll break it down like
Don't put that dick in, my son. That's what we need consent for.
He's done it.
You keep fucking saying it. What you? You're up the A&E department. Hello, what you up the A&E department for? Yeah, I got a Dickinson. Do you know what I mean? You keep saying it.
I was naked and I fell over my Dickinson.
In other news, Mike today's here.
Fucking damn right he is.
Oh, and he's here to save the day on this match, because Bobby the Brainhead and Dusty Rhodes are clearly having like their warm-up drinks during this one.
Yeah.
They don't seem really interested, even though it is, as always, or is it the best match on the card? We'll find out as we go along.
Can I just say this now? I saw these two lads in the ring together. I thought I was watching an episode of Power Rangers and I loved it.
It was like a real life scripted, drawn out Power Ranger episode. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Sonny Ono is like the villain of all villains.
Oh, it was just beautiful to look at though, because I mean, Dragon's fucking bedazzled in gold, and I couldn't tell gold. If it had come out to fucking gold by Spandau Ballet, I'd been so happy.
Nah, fucking jobbers go out to that, don't they?
But Psychosis though came out looking like someone that's just been on the motorbike on the old
I love it.
The old height on the old
I love it.
And then
it looks like
clap a mask on.
Yeah, you want some of that because I thought exactly the same. He looks like the Lioness Wizard of Oz has took a fucking career change. And he's just come off his fucking X Games 1997 run.
Tagged up with Sonny Ono and fuck it, we're off to the bash.
Fuck yeah. Which bash? Are we going to the one in June or July? Which one are we attending, lads?
If he turns up on the next show, it's either or. We don't know.
with the match that he's just put on with the Ultimo Dragon, he should fucking keep turning up. That's what I say.
I love fucking Psychosis.
And it's his first pay-per-view of like what it's the first one
we've covered. Yeah, absolutely. And it was impressive to say the least. Before we go into some of the match reaction and some of the spots that were in there, I need to point out the row of sting marks that are sitting down at the front.
I said, there's like 5 of them in a row. Fucking little marks. And literally one in the back.
You know, new top released by Phineas Godwin, you know, finishing move mark, you know, that's been released. So clearly people are buying it. And to be honest, if you look out throughout the crowd, there's only really two types of t-shirts that you see. You see the odd t-shirt now and again of like Ric Flair, for example, but it's all NWO or Sting, man. It is literally filled that arena with those
Sting
t-shirts.
He ain't worked.
He hasn't actually had a match. We haven't covered a match of his yet.
No.
He just appeared in the rafters after a few nitros and stuff like that.
I think he's made one
a few
appearance.
appearances. Yeah.
He's had a few attacks on the NWO, but that's really it. He hasn't actually wrestled a match on
fucking madness, isn't it?
Fucking over as fuck, that's why.
Oh, well, yeah, Phineas Godwin, he's over as fucking right. But I think Dragon got some solid reactions from the crowd.
Yeah,
I think that's a bit of two things: the mix of his ability and the hatred that the crowd had for Sonny Ono.
Mm.
I think with this crowd was a different type of crowd to what we've seen as well. To me, this crowd was hot as fuck, and I don't know what happened before the show, but going into this, first off the bat, the crowd was fucking on it. I think even Ultimate Dragon was looking around thinking, "Fuck, you know, like
I'm Hulk Hogan."
Yeah,
so
I'm the Japanese Hulk Hogan.
He was playing up to him as well. You know what I mean? He was giving the crowd some, because he was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah. If I do this, I'm all fucking on it. Oh, fucking hell."
That's it. That's all it took.
Yeah.
Actually.
That says something, though, about Sonny Ono, that he's got himself over as a manager so much that it doesn't matter who he came out with. He was the one getting the heat. I mean, Psychosis is an amazing wrestler, especially at this time. The daredevil shit he's willing to do, he was loved by the fans. But the second he teamed up with Ono, it was like, nah, can't have him. So I love that. Like, Ono's over as fuck.
Literally. He nearly gets suplexed on the outside at one point as well, which was like, whoa, what's going on here? And then Psychosis at the last second saves him. Like, I just think this is the first bit of psychology that was really added, but the match itself had a huge number of psychology moments, and that really added to the flips and, you know, shine fucking bright like a diamond shit of moonsaults and wheel kicks and all of the gimmicks.
I think basically. That's what the difference is between this and WWF. Some of the 6-man tags we've seen in WWF that we've covered, it is all just, you can tell it's all synchronized because there's no story, there's no selling. It's all just like, okay, you pass me by. It's the dancing that the Mexicans do. Do you know what I mean? That's the type of thing that they do. It's the art, it's the craft, it's the look. This is in WCW is where they've probably like said, no, we're not going to do that. It's going to be a match. It's going to be, you're going to sell, you're going to get beat, you're going to get hurt, and you're going to do all that flippy stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's a shame they didn't do that with the rest of the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'd love to have seen Mongo do a fucking moonsault.
Oh. We'll get to that motherfucker.
Right.
We will get to that motherfucker. But a Sai moonsault, as Tenay even tells us that bears his real name, and that's right.
Yeah.
Go on, Don. You will probably know this. There we go.
I actually learned that today.
Oh, I learned it yesterday. I thought you knew it already.
I never knew the reason it was called the Acai moonsault, but it was named after him. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And I looked into it. His name is Yoshihiro Asai.
That is correct. You can find that available on Wikipedia.
Mike Tenay dropping shit before Wikipedia was even a thing in 1997.
Mike Tenay was
why I love Mike Tenay.
Mike Tenay is
today
Wikipedia.
I'm learning shit.
Yeah.
I'm learning shit
and the encyclopedia.
From Mike Tenay.
Yeah.
All these years later.
Yeah.
Brilliant. There's a tombstone in the middle of the match. That's fantastic. He gets a
tombstone.
Not just any tombstone.
Jumping tombstone.
Yeah.
I love it. That was like, fuck you, Undertaker. You'll shit your tombstone.
Yeah, we're going to drop it in the opener.
I've watched World of Sport. I've seen them hit like a British pole driver. Yeah. We'll call it that.
Oh.
Yeah, these lads was working NXT before NXT was NXT. Do you know what I mean?
Literally. The only criticism I have is there was probably too long before the cut off. But there's a middle rope drop kick attempt. Number 2 for Dragon hitting Ono. Ono then hit Psychosis with the finish. And he just gets messy towards the end of the match, just like I'm butchering the commentary of the finish of the match. That is exactly what happened in the ring. So I think it only makes sense. Dragon wins with the Dragon Sleeper, so a submission finish.
Yeah.
And then Ono is already in the ring at this point, and you're thinking, right, he's going to go and get him now. And then he just disappears and he doesn't go after him, and it's all a bit silly. So the finish could have been better.
Spoiled it.
Yeah, only a little bit though. Only a little bit.
Yeah.
So 14 minutes, 20 seconds.
Can I just say as well, there's a trend as well in this pay-per-view.
Okay.
I love it a lot. This is why this pay-per-view is like really I like a lot. There's a
Jack
theme.
Nicholson over there.
There's a picture right there of us three just all doing this.
There's a theme throughout this show of spinning heel kicks, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Nearly.
Have any of them made them into your top five? Or do we have a top five WWF versus top five WCW?
Oh, fucking hell!
Make it a Survivor Series match.
I don't want to spoil it by giving it off the top of my head, so I will write it down, and I want to see. I want to see that paper. I want to see on paper that Survivor Series spinning heel kick tournament.
The spinning heel kick.
Elimination, whatever it is.
Cobra Kai. We'll do it as a style of the
Cobra Kai spinning heel kick tournament.
But Psychosis, it's a fucking top right spinning heel kick. And can I just say, I've actually done that in the real world. Right. Only once. I've done it. The first time I ever done it, and was the fucking last time I ever done it. It was after that.
He had sciatica for a week.
I winded the fucking shit out of me for like probably about good 45 minutes afterwards. I could not even talk. I just landed full on my back, and I didn't even
be a nice bump. That can't be a nice bump. Anyway,
obviously not the way it's got to be. If you do it properly, I obviously didn't do it properly.
This is where you're editing JR going, and they say they know how to fall.
Don't try this at home.
It just felt so good in the air, and then I landed, and I was like, oh, okay.
Was it worth it?
It's a good job it was the fucking finish, so otherwise I'd have been fucked.
Yeah. I did like the guillotine leg drop through the ropes he did on Dragon as well.
Yeah,
so
on the outside.
Backwards. Yeah. That was quite, and it was nice to hear them say something about, he hit the apron, not to mention, it's the hardest part of the ring. It's like, fucking battered into your head nowadays.
It's not been force-fed to us at this moment in time, has it?
Yeah.
14 minutes, 20 seconds. One of the best matches on the card, if not the best. We'll hash that out later. I have gone 3.5 stars.
I went 3 stars.
Fucking hell. No one asked you first. It's job of number 2. Fucking go on the first match. You know who it is. That's fucking well out of order. That is fuck me, Martin.
We haven't even had an intro, so we don't even know.
Hit that music.
We haven't even had an intro, Rob.
Is where it's going. 25 minutes in. I'll put the star rating as 3 3/4. I did, to be fair, 3.75.
Okay.
Watch Rob just lose his shit now about the 0.25 difference.
Fucking spreadsheet.
Oh, fucking hell.
So just in case I forgot this, because apparently I did. I'm Rob Campbell alongside. Not froze?
Yes.
That was right.
For the second time, I am Rob Campbell alongside.
I am jobber number 2, also known as There's Only 1 Second Jobber.
1 second jobber. There's only 1 second jobber. 1 second jobber.
And I'm Daniel, dropping Russian bombs on you pistas, cornfield. I promise I wouldn't.
Hang on. That sounds really wrong. Like 1 second jobber. That means I only last 1 second. I don't like that. Can we do it again?
We're live, pal.
Can we do it again?
We're live, pal.
Okay.
We're live. You tell me there's no editing. We're live, pal. When I ask for anything, you tell me to go fuck myself.
This is where the intro lands as he's giving out to you.
Hit that music.
1 second, the jobber.
We're matching. 1 second jobber. That's fantastic.
He's a 1 second jobber in a 2 second match. It's got too far for Rob. He's already down
the free count. I love that.
It's the DQ.
Ring the damn bell. Get this man a fucking hospital over here. Speaking of
hospital, just fucking dragging it.
Yeah. Speaking of hospitals, Chris Benoit is on the screen with the internet guy. And
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Chinese skinny John Wick, not doing a good job at all. But he's
portable DVD player.
Oh, mate, honestly, like that was the briefcase that Jeff Jarrett uses later on in the show.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Also, they're talking about the death match with Meng. Anyway,
that's number 2.
Harlem Heat's music hits and Sister Sherry, the boys, they're all in gold as well. Yeah, nice. That's good. Well, that done. They're all in gold.
That song.
They're heading to the ring. They get a dead good reaction, dead good fireworks. It's all going really well. And then their opponent's music hits, and I'm like, oh shit, WCW putting on a pay-per-view here or what? Because we're 2 matches in and we're getting Harlem Heat with Sister Sherry versus the Steiner brothers in a number 1 contenders match of the Tag Team Championship.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, fuck yes, this pay-per-view is going to be awesome, especially after that first match.
Yeah,
that's where my head is right now. Randy Anderson is the referee. Lads, let's dissect it. Let's get into it. It's dead exciting. Like I've got an erection talking about it. I'm serious. And the reason that give me the erection is Scott Steiner and Stevie Ray just absolutely stiff the shit out of each other.
It's a hot battle.
Fuck.
Yeah. These 2 teams constantly have been going at each other, and they still will, like in some respect. Yeah. Still to this day, they'll still fucking call each other out, and they'll fucking kick the shit out of each other in Harlem.
Look at T still asking for
Scott Steiner just throwing chairs at people.
No, but what I mean, without going into spoilers for the rest of like WCW, these teams in some way, shape, or form will always be around each other.
Yeah.
And it's weird to see it now because then you'll see like in a couple of years' time where it leads to for some of them. But they always put on a good show, in my opinion. Any combination.
I think I'm more of a fan of their black gear than the white gear, though.
Yeah.
Don't think the white gear dance. Yeah, I don't think the white gear suits them.
I like the WWE stuff when they had the proper, like, completely random, we've just been paintballing, we got shot, let's go wrestle stuff. I love that.
They were like pre-Bob Holly, weren't they?
Yeah. Pre-Sparky.
Pre-Sparky. Yeah.
Fucking Sparky plug.
The one thing about Steiner's in 1993 compared to 1997 is definitely Scott Steiner's hair.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Also, he's slowly getting bigger. He's slowly evolving into his final form.
It's that gas, man.
Yeah. It's...
That gas is
That's
on.
That's one gas.
The heat is on.
Is it a Charmeleon at the minute? Like?
Yeah. He's early turned into Charmeleon, but you wait until that fucking evolution comes along.
Wow.
Fucking blow
some would say that's a mystery, but I would say it's steroids.
I'll tell you.
Tony tells us, though, that pretty much because the Steiners shined the fuck on the Harlem Heat pretty much like from the get-go. Tony says these words. He tells us the Heat can't compete. That's right. Heat can't compete. Although they are, and this is his commentary as well, as they're walking to the ring, he tells us they are former 7-time tag team champions. So what is it? Are they shit against the Steiners or are they just shit?
I think a lot of their runs have been transitional. I don't think they held them very long at any one point.
Yeah.
Considering that from 95 to 97, They've had seven title runs. It probably answers your question, right?
You wait till we get to 2000 with the world title picture. You'll see fucking change.
Well,
it's like what Ric Flair said, and he said, "Yeah, I'm 16 world champion," but he said, "I've also lost 16 matches as well. I've also lost it 16 times." You know what I mean? It's a different. That's the difference.
The one thing that I must have asked myself when obviously Tony was bagging on Harlem Heat was, where the fuck is Public Enemy?
Oh, wasn't you fucking in for a treat?
I was. I was in for one of the greatest promos in the history of promos a little bit later on.
You asked for it. You got it, baby.
I did, man. I did. I wish I didn't ask for it, but I got it.
Did you feel like Bruce Almighty? Was you like wishing for it, and then all of a sudden, bang, there you go. Fucking done.
Yeah. These fucking people stop praying for a second. God, Jennifer Aniston, show us your ass. What's going on? I didn't sign up to this movie. Oh, mate, I will say that I've seen a picture of young Rey Mysterio with Tori Wilson, and that's obviously he was a meme because like she's obviously taller than him, and his head was like in the right area.
Perfect.
You know, very, very, very convenient for him, it must be said. Yeah. And all I could think of was, why isn't that Jennifer Aniston? That's all I could think of.
Or maybe it was.
It definitely was at one point, that's for sure. Don, you mentioned obviously no spoiler alerts in regards to some of them, but for me, it was pretty exciting to see Scott Steiner and Booker T in the ring on pay-per-view for the first time, going head-to-head against each other. Bear in mind, these two would compete in the last ever Nitro, not just in a match, but for the US title and the World Heavyweight title. Yeah. So that just shows how far they will go over the next few years, which I like I said, to see them on pay-per-view for the first time was a pretty big thing for me.
Probably by the end of the company should have been in that position. I think quite rightly are those two guys. Mm-hmm. Especially Booker T. Fuck me, does he have a run up to that point? And we will, and luckily we'll get to see it build.
Big T.
Yeah. Oh, Mark, can't wait for fucking Big T to turn up. Oh, G.O. bro, man. G.O. bro. Spoilers.
Well, Scott goes to Brett's rope and absolutely fucks it. Following by, I quote from Dusty Rhodes, "That spin around thing on the floor," also known as the Spinneroonie.
Oh,
and then
it was a shambles. That fucking that jump off the foot up was a fucking shambles, absolute shambles.
Oh.
Yeah. But then literally immediately following this, Tony Schiavone thought he was on producing duty, and he was like, "Watch out, cameraman."
He's just a concerned citizen, that's all.
There's a lot of fucking strange commentary on this night, Don, and I'm hoping you caught some of it. I
got a few choices. I got one for this match.
Go for it.
In reference to Rick Steiner's footwear. Did you spot this, by the way? Either you spot this when he mentioned it?
Nah.
He's wearing odd shoes.
Yes.
And he's like, Rick Steiner is so stupid, look at his shoes. That was it, and I was like, fucking God.
Was that Bobby? That was Bobby, right?
Bobby.
Yeah.
Dream comes out with a couple of decent ones, but again, Bobby runs away with the quotes. Runs away with them.
Literally. Fucking hell, man. The one spot that I do wanna call out, well, there's a bit of a botch. So let's talk about the botch, actually. So Booker has to visibly signal Stevie Ray to switch ropes. And then the spot follows up with some stiff sandbagging on the fucking floor with Rick and Stevie Ray. Like, I don't know what the problem was, but they were like, yeah, fuck you. I ain't working with you tonight. I don't know what was going on, but it just felt stiff and sandbaggy all throughout this match.
I don't think these guys tend to have a conversation backstage. More like, we'll see you out there.
Yeah, it
and
feels
I think
like
this is the downside of that.
Farouk and Bradshaw versus Public Enemy vibes.
Yeah.
A little bit like that.
See you out there, kid.
Yeah. What do you mean? You're not going for the table, dickhead?
We've been here 3 months. We should do whatever the fuck we want.
We're superstars.
We're hired.
The spot of the match that people need to go and check out is Booker T's 9-foot fucking jump for a double team offense move. Basically, Stevie Ray picks up Rick Steiner in a spinebuster sort of esque position, and Booker T from the ground with hardly any run up literally jumps up 9 feet in the air at least and fucking kicks him straight in the head. It's fantastic.
Yeah, his legs are at fucking 8 foot long though, are they? So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Amazing.
The boy's got hop. Boy's got hop.
That man can jump.
He can indeed.
Mentioning men that can jump or can't jump, Vincent turns up and does the people's elbow. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's unfortunately his.
Was the people's elbow?
Shocking.
He's
The people's elbow?
He's just fucking rotten all over.
Absolute rotten. Fucking terrible.
He's got one job. He's got just to run in, make that look like a really good fucking elbow drop. First of all, he went to get in the wrong side because he had to go around and get in the other side. And then he went to run off the one
fucking hard cam.
And then he went to run off the one rope and he fucking thought, oh no, I'm going to run off this rope. And then he not run off ropes because he just stopped and elbowed him. Just get a fucking grip, man.
And the best thing was,
jobber.
if you missed it, they slowed it down and showed you the replay of his shitty elbow.
Yeah.
And he's laughing the entire time. Now, I'm not sure if he's laughing because he knows he's about to cross the Steiner brothers in character, or he's laughing because of how fucking shit he knows he is.
He must do. He must be popping himself, thinking, "This is fucking great. this is great.
I get paid for this shit."
Yeah, I look how shit I am, and I fucking dig good.
Most people go into business for themselves to make money because in there for the fucking bunch just to have a giggle at home. You weird fucker, you.
So it ends in a DQ finish. The Steiner brothers lose because of Vincent, losers. And then Booker T and Stevie Ray, Sister Sherry disappear as the winners. They say something like, "Yeah, we're the fucking winners," or some shit like that. And the Steiner brothers are then literally about to kill a man live on pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought we were witnessing like a Green Mile execution.
Yeah.
No, they've already tried to commit murder on him at least once in this run. I think it was the
This was closer.
This was, yeah. It's like if you saw if someone's having an assassination hit on them, the first time was like, do it again and we will fucking end you. This time's like, right, okay. Now we're gonna fucking murder you. We'll leave you in a ditch somewhere in
I'd be scared,
Illinois.
If Rick Steiner's got Steiner fucking cornered me, I'd be scared.
Yeah, fucking pair of them on ya.
I'd piss myself on pay-per-view, no problem.
I've already pissed myself. I'm sitting here in piss, thinking about the fact that Rick and Scott, I'm gonna be like this, like fucking. I didn't mean to do math, I promise. I didn't mean to do it. I know it's your gimmick.
Oh, Big Daddy Pump, no!
Please, Big Daddy Pump, no!
And you dog face gremlin, no!
Please do the pose, 12 minutes, 2 seconds, 2 stars for me.
Are you going, Donald?
No, after you.
No, okay.
What a cunt.
I'll have a star and a half.
I'm going to go 2 stars.
Dave went 1.5. I'm not sure if I give Dave on the first one. Play the intro music. Dave in the first match give 3.75.
Okay, good.
No, this is where.
Hang on a bit. Is that what I did as well?
No, you go 3.75.
What did he put?
He did give 3.75.
7.5.
Oh shit!
Match star Dave.
Fucking hell.
Fucking second job of Meltzer over here. Fucking hell. I think this is the first time in history one of us has got a Meltzer reaction.
It won't last much longer.
Nah.
I always get bagged on for matching him because I'm the one who reads it out after.
We praise Bob when he gets it. I was like, he's the new prophet of wrestling.
Literally, what a fucking joke this is.
I am the Messiah.
I quit.
The second job Messiah.
I'm going to turn into Salty Bret Hart if this carries on, I tell you. You're not doing a goddamn thing about it. And I'm the best there is. So I make Conan's here.
Hey.
Keeping it real, bro. I love the fact as well that there's no fucking about match.
Yeah.
Match. You ain't got, apart from fucking Benoit writing poems on his DVD. Like, that's all you've got, really. You know what I mean?
Diary. I've got to face Meng again.
Chris Benoit, no longer the Canadian crippler. He is the murderous poet. That man will be selling out box offices for at least a few more years.
Yeah.
Conan's wearing a dead good check shirt. I'm not. It's hot today. Shame about the hat.
Look, Conan's got his gimmicks, and you have to accept them.
Yeah, and he's got his fucking skater elbow pad.
Yeah, I've never understood that. It's like, right, I'll put a trace on that looks a bit big. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm going like full armor, like I'm going fucking medieval times. I'm a fucking elbow.
Someone watched The Knight's Tale like on fucking the hotel or something. Picked up his Aztecs from fucking Sports Direct with his fucking skate pads. Probably JP Penny over there, to say the least. But you get the gist.
Fucking credit to him as well for wearing white.
Yeah,
I wouldn't wear white at this time. You know, you've had some KFC, you've had some chicken tenders, maybe from you're a bit rumbling. You have a bit of salsa sauce. You don't know how it's going to mix up. Somebody's crashing out some milkshakes. Oh yeah, I'll have a yazoo. It's mixing all in there. And
which flavour of yazoo, Matt?
One bad bump. Potentially probably a strawberry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you reckon one bad bump would lead to one big dump on pay-per-view?
I think so. And it's very, very noticeable, isn't it, in a white
attire? Would be. It definitely would be.
Mm-hmm.
He says a lot of Mexican shit on the way to the ring. And then Hugh Morris, he's on pay-per-view. I just want to say this. Fuck right off, you fatter Matt Berry, if you will.
Oh, it's what Hugh Morris said as the camera pulled up to him on his entrance. Did you catch it?
Nope.
Booker T was fucking listening because he shouted Chucky Ducky. And I was like,
I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah, I think there's a quack that follows it after.
Right,
that might be the way.
Ducky.
But he literally, the camera pulls right up into his fucking face. It's like, Chucky Ducky. Like his weird laugh thing he does. Because, you know.
So we got Conan versus Matt Berry with Scott Dickinson, the referee.
On US Daddy's Day.
Also known as Hugh Morris. Stiff start and fast-paced is how I've described this one. Berry treats Conan like an absolute dickhead.
Yeah. I think these two had a fucking argument about, like Mark saying earlier, about the KFC. Someone had the last piece of popcorn chicken. Unfortunately, I think it's your boy Conan.
Nah, it's got a popcorn chicken with these pair. These pair, the way they were fucking blowing in this one, have 100% shared about 5 buckets, and Hugh Morris has had the last piece. No popcorn chicken was shared between these two.
Conan's always been the same. Like he's always been blowing. It looks like he's in shape, but his cardio must be fucked because he's always out of breath, man. Always, like, really bad. Not just out of breath. I mean, like fucking panting, like decision making errors, like out of breath.
All I was thinking during this one is Conan must have slagged the fuck out of Matt Berry to Disco Inferno after this one.
Yeah.
It's all I could think of.
Hey Glenn, come over here.
Glenn, listen to this. That motherfucker's shit, man. That's how, yeah.
Fuck. This was the first
also,
match.
he's a nonce.
This was the first match where I noticed the crowd just went, nah, don't give a shit.
Yeah,
the crowd went for a piss or some KFC themselves during this one.
Yeah.
Or to sleep.
The first
in some cases.
They were there.
This is what I'm saying. They started off so well. Like, we got two big matches back to back, and
Yeah.
although I've rated Steiner's and Harlem Heat 2.5, the lowest rating on that one was obviously 1.5 from Mark. But realistically, from a name point of view, that it's as good as any.
Yeah.
Even in the Steiner's match, the crowd was into it. When Scott Steiner went up for the Frankensteiner, the crowd was fucking up in roars. It was just the match itself was a bit. But this match was fucking. The only thing, the highlight for me in this match was the armbar.
Which one?
All 10 of them.
You know what I mean? The armbar where Conan is kicking fuck out of his head.
Stomping.
Yes. Yeah.
To me, I was like, that's amazing.
I thought that was going to be the finish. I genuinely thought that was a finish.
It reminds me of Sasha Banks when she does the submissions, and she smacks the hands away, if they're getting close to the ropes and stuff. But this was like armbar, legit fucking pounding him right in his head. Yeah, it was, to me that was like, well, yeah, exactly.
I genuinely thought this was linked to the finish. I thought that would have been the finish. It'd have been like a knockout finish and put him over as like he can knock people out. I thought
it was
that'd be
not
nice.
holding back.
Yeah,
not holding back. And I loved it.
Well, it does become pretty shit pretty quick.
Yeah.
And Dusty calls out Fat Matt Berry for blowing. You're blowing, Tony. You're blowing.
That Douglas Venom from Venom Industries is blowing against your boy Cody, if you will.
Oh, shit. What a German suplex out of nowhere. Then there's a knockout submission finish of sorts. And it's over in 10 minutes and 34 seconds.
Oh, the Tequila
Sunrise. Tequila Sunrise is, for some reason, sticks in my head as one of my favourite submissions from back in the day. Because it was so different.
Yeah.
So different. The way he set it up. It's a half Boston grab. That's all it is, isn't it? Really, from the other side, on the outside, rather than arched over the back. That's all it is. But the way he set it up, like he grabbed their arm on the floor, and the fans would know. Oh shit! Yeah, that's
game over.
Yeah,
it's happening.
Yeah,
but there was like a massive miscommunication when Hugh went up for the moonsault, and he was like, you could see him looking between his legs, looking at Conan, like, "Come on, mate."
Where the fuck is Conan?
I'm gonna hit my moonsault.
Merch alert! We got a merch alert. Hit the intro music.
That's 5 on the intro count if you're keeping scores at home, kids.
Nice. 0 stars.
I went for half a star.
Didn't like it.
I think I was a bit more generous. I went 1 star because I thought the start of this match was good when these two lads were just fucking going at it. And I was like, if you'd have kept that pace all match, I'd have loved this match.
There was no way they were keeping that pace, so that was the problem. If they
it would have been 0. It would have been 0 for me if the armbar and the kick to the head wasn't in place. For me, that notched it up.
That's
See, I felt that way about other things later on in the card, and we'll get to that. But we're about to get into one in a minute, to be completely honest with you. But like I say, this middle section of the show is awful to an extent. There's one good bit in the middle for me, and that's probably the surprising one out of the matches that are in there. But we'll get to it. Dave rated it half a star as well. So Mark, you and Dave are best mates for this show.
So happy. So happy.
But
he obviously knows what he's talking about today.
You brought out Salty Rob. Salty Rob's back in the room.
You used to call me on the cell phone.
Can I have some gammon with that stuff, please?
You used to call me on the cell phone. On the cell phone. Because it's that time, baby. It's Hotline Bling vibes.
Ooh.
You used to call me on the cell phone. Me and Jane's in the building. Bye-bye.
That needs an intro. You need self. Yeah.
All right then. Okay. Done.
D-U-N.
Brilliant.
Gene doing shocker, bro.
So yeah, look, he's teasing the hotline, obviously, as always. And he's teasing what I took as a WWF guy turning up on Nitro tomorrow. That's how I was taking it. Your internet connection is unstable. This show is sponsored by technical difficulties. That is the wrong way around. But apparently I'm doing everything the wrong way around this evening. Yeah, it's Dennis Rodman. Like, it wasn't a WWF guy.
Yeah.
It was Dennis Rodman, who had already been on Nitro. So it wasn't really a massive surprise. And he made it obvious that it was Dennis Rodman a little bit later in the secondary Hotline Bling segment of the show, when he was talking about being from Chicago and in Chicago and Chicago Bulls.
I think the fact is, though, it was like, at the time, it's like, come on. Gene's there to make money. If he makes it seem bigger than it is, he knows he's making bank. So, of course, he's going to up it a bit.
Sell that shit.
Yeah. A stone cold individual has left their respective company. Who was that? Oh, it's that Rock over there. Not Rocky Maivia, just some Rock we've got rid of. But you've just paid me $5,000, so thank you very much.
Mentioning Rocco Rock's here. Who wants to talk about Public Enemy's promo?
Okay, so match number 4 is... This was fucking rotten. I thought they were going to put me and Jim for the table.
Yeah.
That'd been the only thing that had saved this.
It's like the two school bullies who like just come across like the guy in the locker room area who said, "Oh, can I have a look at your phone or look at them trainers?" Like, come sit here, come sit on this table, yeah, come and have a look. You know what I mean? Because...
No, this was like fucking Power Rangers again. It reminded me of Bulk and Bulk. Like the two.
Yeah.
It was like we've got Bulk and Bulk. No one's skull in this situation. Yeah, no one's skull in this situation.
Okay.
No, but in fairness, I mean, it was like, right, we've had Power Rangers in the first match. We've got the bullies. When the fuck do I get to see the fucking Megazord? I want to see a Megazord now. This is all the show needs. And it's a home run for me. But nah.
She said, show me the Megazord.
You're about to get your Megazord because it is match 4. We are moving on from that awful fucking promo.
I'm not completely altogether. Love it. It was bollocks, though. Absolute bollocks.
He's still bagging on this promo. It's fantastic.
I love it. Fuck this promo. The table had more interesting gimmick than fucking Rocco Johnny Grunge.
I agree.
Me and Gene's time was wasted there.
God rest all of their souls.
Except the table.
You know, it would have been dead funny.
Working today. Still working today.
Dead funny. I would have done it like if I had control, but I would have just muted Don without him knowing. Then me and you would have carried on with the show, and he'd have just been in the background on mute. Fucking what?
What's going on? Oh shit! What a great idea! Can you private message me next time you have an idea like that?
Yeah.
Just maybe watch this promo again. Let me shoot for 10 minutes.
Oh mate, honestly, you've got your own fucking show as it is. You ain't having any more. Match 4 is that time. It's Glacier versus Raph this time, not Mortis. They're with James Van der Berg. Mortis is going to be handcuffed awfully to the ring area, apron, post, gimmick, turnbuckle pad, whatever. They couldn't figure it out, so neither can I. Nick Patrick's the referee. But more importantly than this whole entire match, Mr. Daniel Cornfield has an update in relation to the film that we are waiting for.
Yes, The Replaceables, as we previously mentioned, is a film starring not only Glacier, but Meng as pro wrestlers.
Don't forget DDP.
I'm working to him.
Sorry. My bad.
Never...
I'll mute myself. Hold on.
A show.
So the film has a release date. He has actually muted himself. It's today. As we're recording, June the 7th, 2021 is the theatrical release of this film. So
is it straight to DVD or
no?
Okay.
3 to 4 months we'll get the Blu-ray /DVD. Okay. So I'm keeping my eye on that because I'm buying that shit straight out.
So where's it released then, Don? In cinemas?
Yeah, it's got a theatrical release somehow.
Oh, okay.
Which I can't.
Can we go down fucking Star City, Castlegate, and watch this shit? Like,
I reckon I reckon if we go to one of like the more indie cinemas, they will probably have this.
What, like that one in Cannock, the electric one, or are they indie? Is that indie?
Yeah, there's one in Birmingham.
Am I being fair?
Is that one in Birmingham as well? I can't think of the name of it.
Never heard of it. We'll go Tilt.
Yeah. What's that? I'll tell you what, I'll take a picture and I'll take it to Merry Hill with the code HOTTAG10 to get 10% off because, you know, I remember the sponsors, don't I, Rob?
You saying I forgot them because
you never mentioned it when you started dropping the HOTTAG10 code.
I didn't drop the HOTTAG10 code. Who dropped that? Who dropped that?
You put.
To be honest with you, the perfect opportunity for us to have plugged the HOTTAG10 code at Merry Hill, Eat Central, Max Spillman, for all of the gimmicks was when Martin mentioned hugging on Father's Day, because obviously Father's Day is very, very soon. So if you want to get your discount in, get down there, Larry, and 10% off with HOTTAG10.
Yeah. I'm gonna say we've had the US Daddy's Day, so we can have a UK Daddy's Day.
We can.
Get him a Matt Berry use himself.
And the match.
Sorry guys, I'm just looking for this film.
Love it. Okay. I love that he's looking for this film. Look, this match is pretty shit, and I'll be straight to the point. It's 12 minutes, 2 seconds. It's a mess, but what did you expect? The bottom line is Glacier wins, and then he gets fucked up by Morrison Raff, who handcuff him to the top rope, and he just gets annihilated. There's one thing in this match that gives it half a star for me, and that is the powerbomb guillotine on the top rope. From Brian Adams.
That alley-oop thing, yeah.
Yeah, from Brian Adams. Oh, wait, sorry, I mean Brian Clark. Everything I do it for you. Half a star.
I went with half a star as well. It was 0.75, right? But there was a spot where he whipped him and then he reversed him into the stairs on the outside. It looked like he just fucking fell over because I don't know.
Head first.
Yeah.
It's like there was a lot of that, you know. There was a lot of that.
I don't know if
it's because the steps are smaller. They are smaller than WF steps.
Yeah, so maybe they felt they had to like
edit like.
Yeah. Must be. But yeah, it's funny. I love it.
Literally Harry Kane, isn't it?
Yeah.
I went 1 star with this for 2 reasons. One, why the fuck did they waste Tenay on this match? But it was a welcome surprise.
He gets half star.
And Raph's theme music was actually pretty fucking good. His actual theme music, I was like, yeah.
Did you like his helmet?
Theme music, his music, not his entrance stuff.
When he come out, all I could hear was run to you. I'm gonna run to you. You know, Brian Adams.
Give it up. Yeah. Not Brian Clark.
Oh shit, yeah, it's Brian Clark.
No,
I'm gonna keep making the joke.
I'm gonna keep laughing. I think it's good.
I just think I feel good for like Atom Bomb because like he's come a long way since the very first one that like we reviewed. Like that absolute like
it
was like a 4-star match with Mabel. Like a 4.5 star.
4.5 King of the Ring qualifier.
Yeah, with Mabel. Yeah. Love it.
The year that Mabel wins the King of the Ring. Yeah. All 5 minutes 34 seconds of it.
Yeah.
We should do a retro perspective show now, a year on of In Your House one, like just going over like our show, reviewing our show of that show.
And then when we get to the year after, we'll review the review of the review, and then it's just we're going to be stuck in 97.
No, we're going to be in a Black Mirror episode by that
point. Some Inception shit going on here.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to think big, darling. Fucking boom.
Well, Dave, give it 3/4 of a star because he was fucking
sniffing crack as well.
He loves
sniffing crack off Martin's fucking 1 second.
I nearly had the same fucking.
I'm gonna say
I'm a 1 second jobber.
My accumulator was on then. I fucked it now.
Review.
Oh shit! I didn't put an acro on.
Oh,
Who's rang me? Who's ringing me? Hold on.
it's Dave Meltzer. Davey Boy's calling you as we speak.
Don't know why my nan keeps ringing me these days. Fucking they should chill out a bit, man. I'll see you Wednesday when I take you shopping. Fuck me. So, look, I don't know why, but they spent a hell of a long time dissecting the finish.
Yeah.
And Vanderberg whacking off Patrick is the best way I can describe it. He's roaming around in that pocket looking for something.
Oh, yeah. I'm loving it. This match in out of context just sounded like a weird hub movie.
This was a weird fucking hub movie.
This match was based around a man's helmet going missing. He's trying to fight. He's struggling to get his helmet.
Is that why you weren't wearing the gimmick?
Yeah. Tonight, I swear to God, like came up with backs. I think he was pulling shit out of his arse, but I believed it.
Made the backstory up as he went along.
And they were like, really? Yeah. Yes, this is actually... Fuck's sake. Glacier hit his finish on the outside and he covered him. He went, it's very similar to the cryonic kick, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, you've just hit your finish on the outside and he's up in 10 seconds. Like, nothing's happened.
We move on to the best match of the mid-card for me, which is for the WCW Women's Championship.
Yeah.
It's match 5. It's Akira Okuda.
Kokoto.
Kokoto. A Poketo. A Pokemon. She's the champion.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. She's with Sonny Ono taking selfies, taking on Medusa with referee Mickey J. We're told that Medusa, who gets an absolutely fantastic reaction, has to win or her career will end. Lee Marshall's turned up, -5 stars.
How dare you talk about Tony the Tiger like that?
He was fucking rotten.
I don't get why he's anywhere near a camera.
It's when
audio equipment.
It's when the knee cell job's on the go for me, and he goes, 10 years ago, Wendy Richter dislocated Medusa's knee. Fuck off, pal.
Thing is, though, Brain said it like 2 minutes before that. It was like that. I think that's the knee that Wendy Richter fucked up. And I was like, Brain probably watched the match. He was there. He probably called it.
Right.
Who the fuck are you, Tony? Piss off, Tony the Tiger.
Do you think that any casual wrestling fan watching this pay-per-view knew who the fuck Wendy Richter was? And then secondly, that happened in the WWF.
Yeah. Yeah, you sort of... I suppose the argument you've got... No, there's no argument. You fucked up, Tony. Fuck you, Tony the Tiger.
They're great.
It's shit.
And this was some shit. There were, like I say, there was... He was better than the other shit in the mid-card.
Oh, yeah.
But not by much, mind you, but I enjoyed it. The USA fans, the USA chant ring around the arena, I should say. And there's some right rough ragdolling is the best way I can describe this match. Like, there's hair pulling, there's choking, there's knees in the throat, there's knees in the tits. There's all sorts, really.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, there's a fucking pile driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the worst pile driver either.
No, it was good. I was worried, but it was good.
I thought you were going to blow a knee out on the pile driver where a leg went underneath. I was like, don't let that be the end of the match because you fucked your own knee up on a pile driver. But it was a safe pile driver.
There is a segment as well, a new segment I want to introduce. And it belongs, there's going to be one each show. Okay. And this, you've got your 0 stars gimmick, where each there has to be at least one match at 0 stars. This is my Vert de Ferk gimmick. Like, actually, Vert de Ferk.
I was like,
Vert de Ferk gimmick. Right. So basically, that is what the fuck in Swedish.
Did you learn that at IKEA?
Yeah, I literally, I was in the queue. No word of a lie, right? I was in the queue. I was in the queue to get my meatballs, right?
Good choice.
And I heard somebody say behind the counter. I thought they looked like they come from like Darlow or something, but they was actually from Sweden. and they were saying this to each other, and there was like, I think there was like measuring out the hot dog sausages as you do to make sure which one goes into the large and the small, and that's all I heard was "vert de Ferk." I was like, oh, okay, must be Swedish.
So sure he wasn't
So,
the fucking Swedish chef from Sesame Street. Murder, what the fuck?
It is actually done. Thanks for shitting on my gimmick. But anyway, there's a part in this match. This is my vert. It is a fucking
ruins it all.
I got told off for saying cunt too much. You two just dropping cunt every 2
Who told you off?
seconds.
Who told you off?
I didn't tell you off.
Anyway.
You said like, man, we say cunt a lot. You told me like we said cunt a lot, and I was like, okay, I'll try not to say cunt too much. I've already said it. Like I said it in the intro.
You just said it 10 times in this whole fucking explanation.
Because I'm doing that kid thing where it's like, oh, they said cunt, so I can say it now and I'm clean.
Go on, Mars.
So there's a part where Hakoto.
I'm not even correcting it anymore. I don't care.
Her cup of tea.
It's funny. It's funny. A Kira cup of tea and a biscuit.
A coat or two, like 2 coats, like a coat or 2. A coat or 2.
Arthur just stole one of your coats.
You're a monk.
She had Medusa.
I don't. Nice.
I don't know if she was like what she was doing, but was she biting her foot? There was a part. Am I right? There was a part where she was biting her foot. The dirty fucking tramp. She was biting her fucking foot. She had a shoe in her mouth. It's a fucking wrestling bit. She wasn't biting her fingers. I get that. Biting a fucking shoe.
The fuck?
Vert the Ferk.
I like it. Look how red that man's head's gone.
Oh, I'm crying.
He's literally crying. That's fantastic.
Oh, Jesus.
I know it's been a tough week, mate.
Fucking Hokuto. Fuck.
Oh, to 2.
Oh, well.
Fucking cup of tea, 2 coats, whatever you want to call it.
What a gimmick. We'll probably never see her again after this one, to be honest with you.
This is what a good send-off, though.
Well, there's one person you're not going to see for a while.
Spoiler alert. Fucking hell. Also, what a powerbomb in this one, too.
Yeah.
Right. Followed by a huge superplex that had no reaction whatsoever. It was
she
so
landed
smooth.
hard
that
on
was like
that.
a snap.
Like
That
it
was
was,
like a snap
yeah.
suplex.
It was like a snap suplex off the top. It was class.
It wasn't like a bounce, awkward land, bounce, that type of like ricochet. It was like
It's not me and the judge.
yeah.
Well, get the fuck over. You're going, mate. No more.
You're going.
No worries.
German with
exactly.
the bridge. Sonny Ono pulls the leg out to break the pin. Obviously, the knee's being sold throughout the match, as we talked about. Big brainbuster for the win from 2 cups of tea. And yeah, Medusa basically loses, and that's it. That's the end of career.
Yeah.
11 minutes, 41 seconds. I'll give it 2 stars.
I'll give it 2 stars as well.
Dave didn't.
Lads, you'd be shocked.
You'd give it 2 as well.
I have as well, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
We are the champions, my friend.
I'm going to say that fucking Northern Light bomb at the end, that finisher was beautiful. I was like, holy shit.
Lovely bit of squirrel.
I always get a bit like uncomfortable, not uncomfortable, but a bit like like a right-handed suplex. Like I know a lot of people get trained differently in different parts of the world, but a right-handed like hook.
It all does feel a bit awkward and wrong though on the right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does, and I don't know why. It's
smoother on the left for some strange reason. It's been that way for generations.
Yeah.
So Mexicans would argue, Japanese would kind of argue to an extent, but
the French would argue.
Fuck the French.
Yeah.
You've got evidence on them.
I have indeed.
Exactly. So fucking.
Also, I've wrestled a French guy in that when I was giving him my left, it was like, no, I'm getting you right. I'm like, what the fuck? So, and It threw me off. It was in the middle of fucking
John Bastard.
John Bastard, the wood the fuck story.
I love that. Like, it took me for a minute.
John Bastard.
It took me a hot minute.
This is my left arm.
To realise why the meme was made of John Bastard in a Jon Snow outfit. Actually, it was just a general conversation that we had last time round.
We talked about it. I thought you made it, to be honest, when you shared it.
Nah. So shout out to Craig. Shout out to Craig, avid
man.
listener of the show, close friend. Hot Tag 10 at his store in Merry Hill.
Did Craig make it, or was it?
Craig made it. It's fantastic.
Did he make it in store?
He's now my meme guy.
Did he make it in store?
He used Photoshop. That's all he told me.
Like, we just come across something that was like an old... Like,
we just stumbled on something.
No, he was just listening to us, and then he went and made the meme.
What a guy.
That's a t-shirt right there. Get a
John Bastard.
I'm happy about that now, because I was... At the time, I seen it, I was like, we had a joke about that. People are going to think we've got a copy in it now. But that's made me so excited. That's literally given me half a semi.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Just like this match give you 2 stars. Dave rated. But then again, that half a semi only lasted 1 second, didn't it, Jobber?
Yeah. In a 2 second match.
So Dave rated it 3 stars. It gets a bit awkward after the bell, though. Mean Gene goes to talk to Medusa as it's the end of her career. Mean Gene tries to get something out of this segment, and it's just harsh. He's quite harsh, to be fair. He's a bit of a prick, isn't he? Yeah. And she's like, "Fuck off!" Basically, she don't want to talk, and then the crowd start chanting, "Leave her alone." And 5 people said it, and he makes a massive deal out of it. Like,
it's like, what? I can't ask someone that's just lost their career how they feel about losing their career. What the fuck country is this I live in?
What a way to leave the business. What a way to leave the business, man.
Fucking, he could be a twat at times, but you gotta love him for it.
Yeah,
you've gotta love him.
He don't give a fuck, does he? Nah. He's so salty.
It's like it's going to be quite a while before we see Medusa again in some shape or form. So we can talk about it because it's quite a way away. Can we say where she comes back and how she comes back? Because I think that's a great story.
I don't have a clue, but you can carry on.
Go on, Mark.
She comes back. Who did she come back with? Who's the superstar, Don?
Did she? Who she's part of the management? I don't know, management.
She's part of Team Madness.
Spoiler alert.
She comes back with a match woman.
Yeah. Alongside a young Molly Holly.
Gorgeous George, who is his girlfriend at the time. Miss Madness, who turns out to be Molly Holly.
Yeah.
And she's the third valet of that group.
Oh, okay.
In 1999.
Interesting scar as well. Macho actually brought the rights just so he can pass them on to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Brought the rights for what, mate? Because you broke up.
Gorge, the wrestler.
Yeah. Okay. He brought the rights
to that name just so he could pass on to his missus.
Oh,
and then a bit later on, she goes off and bangs one of the members of the Misfits.
For real, or?
Seriously. Michael Graves, actually, if I remember right.
But Medusa was like, between here and there, she was racing some fucking monster trucks and stuff.
Yeah, I think she got into boxing. They were mentioning this a lot in the match, that she was going to start looking into doing women's boxing.
All of the politics.
Yeah, all the gimmicks.
Speaking of politics, we move on to match 6 of 9 on this card that turns out to be a death match, clearly produced by Kevin Sutherland. Chris, the poet murderer Benoit, takes on Meng with Jimmy Hart. Nick Patrick's the referee. It's a hot start with a suicide dive off the bat. Benoit shouts to Jimmy Hart, "You come here!" And then, Martin, what did Jimmy Hart do?
I switched off on this match. It was shit.
He kept running.
Oh, he ran off. I was running.
I tried. Play the intro music.
I went to the toilet.
I don't blame you.
Oh,
I don't blame you. Because pretty much after that spot, he hits the diving headbutt. He goes for a crossface. Tony and Dusty are constantly calling Meng Ming during this match. I'm not sure if you picked up on it, but it was fucking hilarious. Dusty then, his exact words, he just tossed him across the ring. And then it's straight back to the crossface in the next spot. I don't really understand the logic or thought process behind half of the stuff that happens in this match. There's a horrible suplex on the outside. There's a chop fest multiple times. Meng hits a huge big splash and forgets that there's no covers in the match.
Yeah.
Nice splash though.
Nice splash. Very nice splash.
Better than Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah.
Fucking dead.
Way better than Ahmed Johnson, but Tamina Snuka could take some fucking lessons off this too. Ahmed Johnson landed on his fucking head, mate. From Brett's rope.
A dead fish flop he did.
Oh yeah, he did.
That's a t-shirt, mate, to happen. Just a silhouette of him
and
jumping out of the water.
Benoit is out in the front row. He's outside, and Meng's coming out for him. And no word of a lie, a member of the crowd shouts, "Get up, you pussy!" Yeah, good. Really enjoyed that. Huge Germans from Chris Benoit. And then I don't know if you're getting this vibe, but every Benoit match there's a hanging spot.
It does seem to be that way at the minute.
All the time. Every match he's in, there's a hanging spot.
He loves hanging himself, don't he?
No, I'm telling you, Kevin Sutherland, defo killed him. That's it. He's booked it. He's booking these spots. He's calling these hanging spots because he likes them. He likes the hanging spots. So I'm telling you now, Kevin Sutherland fucking killed the Benoits. I ain't having it. Kate and Jerry did Maddie, and fucking Kevin Sutherland did fucking Benoit's family. And I ain't fucking having anything. All right, that's how it is. It's not a fucking conspiracy theory. That's a fact.
Not a conspiracy.
Want to have a goddamn casket match?
Not a conspiracy theory. We've got evidence. Like the whole.
Can I just ask? You're a deathmatch enthusiast.
Yeah.
Am I right in probably saying that? You enjoy a deathmatch?
I do like watching like that sort of style of
wrestling. You enjoy getting fucked up.
you enjoy fluorescent light tubes around your fucking head, don't you?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, how can this be labelled as a deathmatch? Like, is he pissing?
That's the
is
answer.
he pissing on? Is it what's the I
CZ
understand. Call it a street fight. Call it a.
Can't even call it that, can you? Because there's no weapon.
Well, no.
Was there a weapon
exactly.
used?
No.
Unless you class
how is it a death match? How is it a death match?
Or a Ming?
Yeah.
Because obviously, when did death matches really start coming in to play in terms of what
but hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
So
this is a serious question tonight. Okay. This is a serious question from mine. So I want a serious answer, please. Thank you.
Then. So there's two different types of death matches. You've got the style like this, which is more famous in like Memphis.
So walking in Memphis,
Texas, and so people like Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes, which he even alludes to in the match.
I've seen more violent Texas matches in Louisiana than this.
Exactly. But then over time, like in Japan, they started doing deathmatch when I always forget his name. Basically, someone went over from Japan. I'm really bad with the name, and it's going to piss me off because at 2:00 in the morning, while he was getting a text saying, "Oh, it's this lad."
That'd be me.
It was 5 Cup. He was the big bollocks. He wrestled with Terry Funk a lot, and took that style match over to Japan, and then Japan it just went crazy. Like this is where it was like piranha death matches, no rope barbed wire, exploding ring death matches, and then it sort of came back into America, and that's when like you got
and then AEW done it.
And I'm gonna forget that lad's name. It's gonna piss me off because he's a fucking legend in deathmatch.
Is she Japanese?
I'm gonna have to look it up now. Fucking
look it up.
Jesus.
Just want a mustache.
So you got Rob. Are them like Velcro toys?
Yeah.
I got some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the microphone. I don't know where I'd put them on this microphone fucking stand, piece of shit. It's going in the bin, this is, I tell you. I'm fucking sick of it. If anyone wants to donate a fucking £300 microphone to replace this piece of shit for me, then drop me a message. I'll give you my PayPal.
Send it through. Just, help the show out.
Right out. I'll get you 10% off. Max Pillman in East Central Muriel.
Oh,
so anyway, back to this fucking awful match. There's some big German suplex from Benoit. The crowd died just 10 minutes in.
Onita. Onita. Sorry. I had to look it up. It's pissed me off. It's Onita.
Fuck Steve Valentino. Hit the entrance music.
Number 6.
Motherfuckers, man.
Are you happy now, don't you? Okay.
I can sleep tonight.
Glad someone can. Because just like our audience, the fucking crowd were asleep in this one.
Yeah.
10 minutes in out of this 14 minutes 59 seconds match, where it took about 5 crossfaces after Meng misses his throat gimmick and a kick. Worst spinning leg takedown in the history. The laziest one I've probably ever seen. Meng passes out / taps out. So because he's tapped dead slow 3 times, that's the end of the match apparently. Yeah.
This was the thing, because they seemed confused on commentary if it was a verbal tap out or he passed out.
He was doing something with his hands, which was very on purpose, but I don't know what he was doing.
He tapped 3 times. He did tap 3 times, but it was dead slow. So, like, surely
he himself out then.
He does that. He does that, and if that's there, then for another fucking 30 seconds, surely that one doesn't count, right? I don't know.
I'd have thought so.
Like, that's a tap. Yeah, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
Like a submission. Ouch. Yeah, I can't give up.
Ow.
That one.
Ow.
I'll think about 2. Oh. He didn't make any sense.
I want to do a 3.
Fuck it, he sold it like he was a fucking...
Yeah.
He was dead though, didn't he?
Well, and that's what happens after the match too, because after the match, it's just fucking awful. It literally takes 10 minutes to get 2 men stretch it out. Why Benoit needed stretching out is beyond me. It just seems that
it's because it's a death match.
Well, and that's the thing, because Sutherland...
It's a death match!
Basically, every time Sutherland fucking books a death match, he's got to have a stretcher exit. Because everyone that we've watched has had a stretcher exit for both opponents. Not one, but all of them. It's fucking ridiculous. He's shit. He's fucking shit.
It's one of them.
I hate him. I actually hate him. He killed the Benoit family. I hate him.
It's one of them things with these matches. So it's like, okay, yeah, you've called it a death match, but it's not strictly like one person has to die.
Fuck Kevin
Sullivan.
Sullivan.
There's no rules.
It wasn't, there was no high risk. There was no, oh my God, Shane McMahon's fucking last man standing matches have been fucking more death matches.
I'd actually agree with that.
Yeah, right.
I'd agree without being called a death match in this version of it. Yeah. They were death matches.
Exactly.
Because he looked like he was trying to die.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It was just a shambles. It just took I know it's scripted. I know it's predetermined. You ain't going to be, stupid enough to understand that. But it just, even though you understand it, you still want to believe in it. Do you know what I mean? It still has to be believable. I ain't going to watch Hollywood because some fucking shit actors. You know what I mean? There's a reason why Coronation Street and fucking EastEnders get the awards every year, because some decent actors. But yeah,
theme music, I think.
Yeah, like to me, it's like I get the reason why Benoit kept going for the crossface, because he was trying to finish the match early.
Mm. I get that bit of it.
That's the only part of the match I actually got, was him keep going for the same move because he knows he could beat him.
I've been a massive prick about this match, and I do feel pretty like fucking shitty about it, but I've given it 1.5 stars.
I'll give it 1 star.
I gave it 1.5. I actually thought they actually had a fight. It looked like a fight. I thought
Meng was a bit fucked after about 7 minutes, though, wasn't he?
You know what? I'm never going to talk shit about that man because he will come to my house and rip my jaw off.
He's here now. All right, mate. How you doing? I didn't mean it.
No!
What's got Steiner here with you?
Stop now. That was cool. See a hand shoot across the screen.
And then it pauses and it's black and white. So it's like, this is the moment that Rob knew he'd fucked up.
Fucking Jojo
Morgan Freeman.
See a hand.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
That's when I knew I fucked up.
It's after the match that really annoyed me. So Dave rated it 2.25, by the way.
Of course he did.
It felt slow. That was the big thing for me. It felt really slow, the match.
So WCW had the budget for one stretcher. When it come out after Benoit had been on it, was covered in fucking sweat. Yeah. And men got to fucking lie on it like. And literally,
I thought it was like glossy finish, but it was.
And then they drop him off the fucking ramp, like.
I swear to God, the cameramen in this show need to be fucking shot.
Get a shot of that.
Yeah. Thing was, they missed a finish to a match. They kept. There was one point they just filmed the stage. Nothing's happening. There's a match going on, and I missed Meng falling off a fucking journey. That would have been money in itself.
That's the fucking monkeys in the truck, though. That is.
Yeah.
That's the camera switchers, not the actual cameraman. It's fucking Kevin Sutherland. I
give shit about Kevin Dunn a lot of the time. One thing I don't, he will get me the stuff I like.
He would get that. He would get that.
Oh,
and if he didn't get it first hand, he'd show you the replay.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Which, unfortunately, on this show...
You just go replay Vincent.
Yeah. People's elbow. Hotline Bling's back, obviously, because he's there to tell us Meng's fallen off a stretcher. Plug the fucking gimmick. Tell us it's Father's Day. Yeah. And then we get an advert of Bobby the Brain Heenan and Mean Gene Oakland having a fucking dance.
Best advert they've done so far. Best
fucking
advert they've done so far.
5 stars done.
8 stars.
Nice.
I'm breaking the system. Like, I don't need fucking wrestlers trying to put the shit over. Like, oh, I'm Hugh Morris. Look, come watch this show.
And not even on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, fuck you. Full Horsemen. We're riding horses. Watch us fucking clip on. Mean Gene and fucking Bobby on the pull. That's what I want to say. That could have been the pay-per-view.
That's how it went.
Bash in the Beach next month. It's just them two on fucking.
Do you know what, Martin? We're gonna have to start again the whole show. You haven't put your 4th box in.
I know.
Fuck it, we're live, pal.
We're live, pal. We're gonna have to go with it because we're on match 7 of 9 now. You're gonna have to make it work. You're gonna have to make a free fucking gimmick graphic or something. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you're gonna have to sort it.
One of us is gonna get covered up and.
You wanna add it in now? Do you wanna put it in now? The 4th box.
No fucking point now. That means I'd have to do a fucking 3 fucking window one, and then a 4 one as well.
Oh, we're back in the DeLorean. John's DeLorean. Oh shit, man! Match 7, Mongo with Deborah. And what the fuck is Kevin Green doing back?
He was the best non-wrestler on the last show, and I think they thought, fuck it, we'll give him a try. He's brought his gear. That's the only thing I can think of. He's brought his gear.
Yeah.
He's brought his gear. Give him a go.
He was the best non-wrestler ahead of Mongo.
Yeah. I think we said it last month, boys. Reggie White, Mongo, Kevin Green, and he was the best of the 3.
Yeah. Mark, I've got to ask you, here and now, right, Mongo or Ahmed? Who's worse?
Who's worse?
Ooh.
Ooh. I've got to say, Mongo.
Good.
I want to throw someone in there as an alternate.
Here we go. Of course he fucking
Vincent.
does. Let's make it a triple threat match.
Fuck it,
Daniel Bryan over here, look.
Literally, the blurry face Daniel Bryan.
My name is White.
What's that 21 Pilot song? My name is blurry face.
I say you can't.
And I don't care what they think. Look, Vincent is Virgil. He doesn't get a shout. Virgil was good. Virgil had a good career. Virgil. Mate, you go back and watch the 1991 Royal Rumble. Go on.
You go back and watch anything in the history of ever other than that one time he fucking turned up, and you'll see the otherwise.
Nah, he kicked that
off,
fucking...
wank.
Virgil
couldn't even
did
pronounce
fucking
Yokozuna's
great.
name right.
He didn't need to.
Yokozuna. So that time he fought Yokozuna.
Well, what was you watching WWF? When have you been watching WWF to understand that?
I've retroactively watched WWF.
Load of bollocks. I
love the fact as well that Vince and Virgil was used as a fucking tool, as a rib between the two promoters.
According to Bruce Pritchard, that is not the case.
It fucking is.
What?
It was too coincidental.
I agree.
Too coincidental.
But according to Mr. Pritchard, that is not the case.
He's doing that to keep the peace.
They were
not to shit on these.
Slap the world title on him and fucking give him a 6-month run or something.
He's like, yeah, that's
the reaction why I'm putting Vincent in.
That's his fucking name.
That's why I'm putting Vincent in.
Vincent hasn't even had a match on this fucking run.
And it's that, and what he's done.
He never does, apart from like a 6-man or he's extra on something else.
Oh shit, was he in that one actually? That 6-man on fucking...
Yeah, he was.
All right, I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
But Mongo's bollocks, so just
look, there's only a couple of things I want to say about this one, and then we move on, because whoever's booking this is fucking dog shit.
Kevin.
But Kevin Green's mom gives fucking Mongo a slap with the purse, because apparently she's been watching. Shit. Well, she's been watching Shirley versus Haystacks at the town hall, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she have a syringe on her or something. If you believe the stories.
Wow, someone's shooting from the hip.
No, apparently they used to jab him with like cigarette butts, fucking use syringes, whatever they could pick if they didn't like someone at these shows.
Fuck that. I don't want to be a heel.
I'm a good guy. Why?
I thought I was going to get fucking stabbed in Willinghall one night. Fucking Gilbert's. For kicking the fuck out of that. Jobber number 2.
Jobber number 2.
But I just got complained about apparently instead, because I fucking cocked my fist at some bitch in a wheelchair. Shouldn't have poked me.
Off.
Shouldn't have poked me in the tetanus jab. Do you know what I mean? No need for that.
Yeah.
The tetanus jab.
I thought TB was a thing of the past. Bullshit.
Where have I had my COVID jab now? Both.
I would say Dusty was losing his shit over the purse. And Heenan, actually. There were some class quotes.
If you thought Ken Shamrock had a shit ankle lock on Vader, wait till you see this cunt Mongo have a go.
Fucking turn around to
hold on,
Rick
lads. I've got something. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, lads.
He turned around to like Rick, Jeff, and Arn. It was like, how do I hit an ankle lock? Okay, do this. They saw him do it once, went, do not ever do that in a match, especially on pay-per-view.
And then they went, do it on pay-per-view. There you go. Ribbed him. Double J accidentally hits Mongo with the briefcase. Kevin Green picks up the victory. He's undefeated. Where the fuck is Goldberg is what I want to know. 9 minutes, 29. 9 minutes, 29 seconds. I don't know how I figured this out, but I've put it as 1 star. That's it must be that purse shot, you know.
Yeah. I was going to do half a star, purely because of Kevin Green's mom, because she was a more solid worker than Mongo in this match. In all honesty, she sold the shit out of everything. She was fucking shit. Her timing was impeccable.
Way better than
facials.
Way better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Way more. Yeah,
and Shawn Michaels' mom. She'd always lost a small herded.
Yeah.
Were they better than Linda McMahon at WrestleMania 17?
No one beats Linda McMahon at WrestleMania 17.
I'll give you that.
Not one person.
Zombie Linda.
That's fucking hard. I've tried that. I've tried having her face like this, just playing for like ages. Can't do it, man. It's just too
I thought you'd had the face-off surgery or something. Like you were
for the match. Like, I could eat a peach for hours. Yeah, so Mongo walks around like he's stepping on hot coal with no shoes on all the time. I did give it half a star, but nah, 0 stars for me. Half a star for Kevin Green's mom, but I can't. I don't know. Nah.
I've
0
given
stars?
it half a star. Half a star.
What have you given it half a star?
The hair shot was genius.
I don't know why I've given 1 star if I'm honest. I'm changing it.
Heenan.
0 stars.
You're questioning him. You're come to fucking them up instead.
I've literally slagged it off the whole entire fucking match.
Oh, yeah. Jarrett did not fucking hold back on that Halliburton shot.
No.
He was like, I'm fucking braining this twat for doing that ankle lock.
Yeah.
That was a receipt for the ankle lock. And, you know, it's Jeff
I think
Jarrett,
Jeff Jarrett ever wanted, like, do you think he ever looked up and spoke to Mongo when he started TNA? To come and work for him?
No, but he definitely spoke to Kevin Green because he rocked up.
Yeah, there you go.
Early days of TNA, he rocked up because he actually did have a bit of a wrestling.
I love the fact that Jeff Jarrett picked Kevin Green over Mongo. He was part of the Four.
Can you blame him?
One of the greatest stables of all time with Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Demon and Co.
Jeff Jarrett must have been the one man to chop and change from the 2 big promotions from 93 to 2001 more than anybody else.
Yeah.
It just seemed like he was back. He must have had he must have been a really good talker to say, "Oh, Vince, can you have me back for this?" Literally. "Oh, Ted, Eric, let me come back." And
yeah, I've had enough.
My dad will do something. My dad will do something for you if you want. My dad's good at it.
Because he was doing this, and then all of a sudden he turns up with fucking Deborah and a guitar in WWF.
Then all of a sudden he's fucking made $250,000 on the match.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's back in WCW with a fucking big gold belt around his waist.
Yeah.
And then he's back in WWF. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable, Jeff.
TNA.
What a legend. What a legend.
I love Jeff Jarrett too much.
Dave, give it 2 stars.
Fucking Dave's full of shit.
Wow. Dave is full of shit.
You know what? I want Dave Meltzer to fucking explain himself. I don't just chuck stars out there. I want him to fucking explain himself. Why?
I'll have to subscribe to the Observer for that.
Oh,
okay. I think Mongo was driving with a Halliburton and said you better rate this more than fucking nothing.
I want to know after this match, why did Benoit get stretched out on a sweaty stretcher, but Medusa's just chilling with an ice pack? And her acting skills were the same level as what you'd say on the hub.
I think if you closed your eyes, you'd probably think you were watching the hub, though.
I did. That's what I'm saying. What I heard was, okay, now take the ice pack away and move your finger up. Hey, step bro. And then the NWO's music hits. And the outsiders head to the ring because we're about to go into match 8, semi-main event. It's the WCW World Tag Team Championships on the line as the outsiders, who are the champions, with Six, who is the current United States champion, take on the Nature Boy Ric Flair and the Icon Roddy Piper. So on paper, this seems like it's going to be fantastic. Question: where's the TV title?
Good question. Who had it? Baltimore.
Well, Regal had it last time we seen.
Oh, Regal. Yeah. Regal won booked, was he?
No.
On a 9 match card.
Would have booked him over some of the shit on this.
Yeah.
Where was the US title?
Round 6's waist, but he's just doing
he's got the cruiserweight. He's got the cruiserweight.
Shit. Really? I thought, I've
had no TV
mistaken
champion.
that for the US title, sorry.
Yeah. So we had no TV champion. We had no US champion. The cruiserweight champion was on the show, but not wrestling.
That's got to be a new belt as well, right? The cruiserweight title, because we haven't seen it up to this point, have we?
No, we have.
Prince
Ikea versus Rey Mysterio.
Demon and credit, Danny.
I thought Prince Ikea was the TV title
champion.
Oh,
and Malenko was US, who we haven't seen for a couple of months. So the man of 1,000 holds, right, who has absolutely stole the show majority of the time he's been on, has not been on here the last 2 months.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, Conan, Hugh Morris, Glacier, Raph,
Mongo, Creed, Kevin Green.
Mongo. It's not good, is it, when they've got that roster? We've already booked a few matches.
Kevin Green's mom
has got it going on.
Green. What she got going on? That purse, if she comes up sideways with it.
So Ric Flair gets the fireworks. He's looking like the fucking man. Piper's music hits to join him. Mark Curtis, favourite referee for World Championship Wrestling at this current moment in time. The Jurassic Park 3 dad. The man who looks like Ned Flanders. Martin Hollins, #1 referee of all time. So far, I'm assuming. And Daniel Cornfields. Yeah. Cuntfield, sorry, mate. Slip of the tongue. I apologise.
Oh, I love that. That's a team.
I love a slip of the tongue.
Don't we all?
Daniel Cuntfield's here.
So Flair and Hall start the match, and I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, this is going to be dead good. This is. And to be fair, like, it was a nice little hot start, toothpick, kick, fucking cheap shot, like, whip reverse, blah, 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 chop, 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 boom, 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 boom. Well, yeah, this is going to be good. This is fucking going to be good. No, it wasn't. No. I didn't like it. I don't know what you thought. So
do you think Flair can play it? I don't think Flair can play a good baby face, to be honest. I think you mentioned it before in one of the watch-alongs. Like, Flair to me, he's not.
He's a heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He's not a baby face, is he?
He's a fucking heel.
Because he's got older, he can play face a bit better because of the age. But I think
his version of playing a face has been less of a cunt.
Isn't that what being a face and a heel is?
I suppose it is.
Turning up the cunt dial.
Yeah.
You're not seeing me work.
Yeah. Case in point.
Oh, there's a cunt. There's a cunt.
I slap my leather jacket on and turn the cunt up to 11.
Literally. I'll take my fucking Harrington jacket off and put a leather jacket on. There you go. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Change my music from fucking Europe's 3rd best song on Spotify it is at the minute, which I'm not happy about. It's definitely. I mean, Carrie. Have you even heard of Europe, Carrie? There you go, exactly. So, fuck that off.
I didn't even know Europe did more than 2 songs.
There you go, exactly. So, Europe's top song ever, Rock the Night, Babyface versus Don Broker. Everybody. Heel. Motherfucker. That's it. That's all it takes. Whereas Ric Flair just wears a robe, shouts woo, fucking struts, chops people, and then kicks people in the bollocks, whether he's a babyface or a heel.
Thing is, with his
when Ric Flair couldn't play, when he couldn't play heel, was so I think Don's actually right in what he said. Don, it's okay. We are live. It is being recorded. People are going to hear me agree with you. It's cool. Yeah. And that's purely because when he was a babyface and we watched him against Terry Funk, I think it was, there was no way I believed it. I didn't believe it one bit.
No.
He's a heel. He can't be a babyface. Yeah. But to Don's point, with a little bit of age on him and his history and his character, I think he can do an all right job as a babyface. I don't think he can be Shawn Michaels. I don't think he can be Sting in this run, or DDP for that matter. But can he be a pretty decent level babyface? Yeah, Roddy Piper's even worse. Yeah. So
I'll tell you when Flair became. Where I brought it as him being a face was after he left Evolution and Triple H started attacking him and had that cage match. And Flair fucking blading the standard thing with that thing where he's like hair's like beautiful platinum blonde, all of a sudden it's blood red. That was when that to me was like, now I buy him as a face. That sort of feud onwards, I was like, okay, I'll buy you as a face now. Because there's something a bit frailer about you, and I can sympathise.
Oh, Grandad, I love you, Grandad. Oh, woo, Grandad, woo.
Like when Batista dragged him out of the locker room.
Pervy Grandad. Yeah.
It was
it's
a bit
what I mean.
the
Thing is, even WWE know it like exactly. Batista dragging someone out. It's like, oh, we're going to drag out Ric Flair.
How old's that kid? 70. Fucking put him on the deck and let me drag him out there.
You're eating chicken over my bag.
Yeah.
Give us that young kid there.
So, look, let's fucking finish this off because the match ends pretty, it becomes shit, to be fair. It becomes a handicap match because Flair just fucks off with 6 for some strange reason. And Hall and Piper are napping. Piper looks like a fucking town hall 80s babyface to me. Like, he don't look like he belongs in the ring at this point in time, and that's just the way I feel about it. Considering 1992 against Bret Hart at Mania, he's fucking class, and I love that match. I know we watched it recently on the watch along, and I think you'd agree with me that it's probably one of Roddy Piper's best matches ever.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
Definitely
a bit
of his better matches.
A bit of agreement on the situation. It's better than him fucking running out of Alcatraz like a mental case, innit? He's shit in this. He's shit. It becomes a 2-on-1 match. It's awful.
I wouldn't say it was shit.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll give it 1 star purely for Ric Flair.
Okay.
With Ric Flair as well, like, out of all the different coloured like trunks and stuff he wears black and red.
I didn't like. Yeah,
is
I
he
didn't like that he
ribbing somebody.
Yeah, 100%.
Is he like? You guys wear black and red. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Like he never wears black and red. What the fuck's that? He wears red, yeah. Not fucking black and red. Like that's what. Yeah, I thought that was a bit funny, to be fair. Yeah, with this, I'll give it 2 stars.
Ooh.
What did you like about it, Bob?
I think, for one, I think the crowd was into it.
Yeah, definitely.
And for 2, I think when you said like when Roddy Piper was shit, I think he held his own after Flair went missing, and I think he I don't know. I think he gathered enough sympathy to make it a legitimate, like, horrible 2-on-1 attack, and he didn't die during that beat down and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, he lost the match and he got fucking where is it? Outsider's Edge, not Razor's Edge, Outsider's Edge.
Outsider's Edge
in WCW.
Well, they called it an NWO drop on commentary. I was like, fuck is that?
Just the Razor's Edge, boys.
Yeah.
24 years down the line now, it's the Razor's Edge.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? I think he gathered enough. He wasn't brilliant, no, but I think he gathered enough sympathy and made it legitimate enough.
That's fair.
That maybe he could get a sneak attack on one of them and pin him. Maybe it looked to me like that could have happened.
Yeah.
Got them both to like dodge out the way and do the old fucking. Oh, I'm going to hold you up and I'm going to fucking try and hit you with a belt or something. Duck, bang, that's you gone. Roll up. Something along them lines. I thought that could have happened at some point, but
unfortunately,
don't work for me, brother.
This one's for you, Hogan.
I gave it 1.5 stars. Piper, I don't think died, which I have to agree more on that. I love the fact he's doing the back and forth with Hall and Nash, like punch. Did you see Mark Curtis in the background? He was fucking shadow punching with him. I was like, come on. I was waiting for Mark Curtis to run on that apron and fucking hold out his hand. I wanted him to be the secret partner.
Invested. He's the most invested referee I've ever seen in my life.
And that's why you got to love Mark Curtis. Mark Curtis is amazing. Yeah, I actually really liked the match. It was a bit of a downer ending. And oddly, that was the thing that put me off it. But I love how they did it. Like, Piper didn't die. He just got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
By 2 younger, bigger guys. And in fairness, he'd been doing a film at the time, so they was like trying to pass it off as that.
Yeah.
That it wasn't ring ready. By the way, the name of that film is Blood Tides. I was curious to know if it was a film I knew about, and no, it's not.
That sounds like one of them free ones that you get with the DVD player back in the day. Remember them 50 free films on the disc?
Sounds worse than Glacier's film.
You know I'm buying that when that comes out. Though.
I know you will. You do a fucking kill count on it, you will.
So
find out it's like a fucking PG and no one dies. What?
Obviously, in terms of the pay-per-view, Hogan's not on the pay-per-view, is he?
No.
So where is Hogan? Where is the WWF, the WCW champion?
You tell me, man. This is the second in a row he's missed, right? Yeah. Or is it the third?
Shall I tell you where he is?
Go on.
So Hulk Hogan, in April, right, he took off his own accord behind WCW's back a show appearance for the Monty. He's like retirement show or something like that. So he took a show appearance, and it was apparently it was Hogan's idea to put him over. So Hogan was going to lose on this show. Hogan's idea, apparently. And they paid him 30 grand for this appearance. Well,
of course they
did. And done it all behind Bischoff's back and WCW's back. WCW weren't happy. So he was gone.
And they let him crack on.
And this happened on like early start of April. So instead of saying, you know what, that belt that you got round your waist that you love so much, see you later. Yeah. Yes, that's where he's been. 30k.
Thing is, though, all he could
good, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not worth me being here for a couple of months. It didn't work for me, brother. He could have written himself off TV for 2 months. And
creative control, didn't it?
Bash.
And apparently on this show as well, because obviously WCW knew about it, but they wasn't giving Hogan, the WCW champ, who's got all this heat, permission to go. So they paid for some roster members of WCW. They paid 20 grand for a handful of roster members from WCW to go on the show, and they paid 30 grand for one man. Like that's just unbelievable for me. Like that's his fee, and I bet they pay his expenses and stuff as well.
But come on, I mean,
he won't car sharing, was it?
30 quid plus a kebab for me.
I mean, yeah, there you go.
I say 20.
The meal with a drink though. Yeah, cherry coke with that kebab. Yeah.
I'm available to commentate.
Mm-hmm. Say, fuck it, man.
Hit that intro music.
If it's good. Number 7.
We're at the end of the night. We're at the main event. It's a match that we have covered on our watch along series, I believe.
No,
we covered last month.
Spring Stampede we covered. This is number 2.
Because here's the thing, right? Towards the end of this, it becomes eerie familiar. So are you sure?
Yeah.
Like positive
memories sort of fade into one. Yeah.
Oh, you know that match. We ain't nobody seen that one, did they? Let's do that. Let's do that finish. Yeah.
All right. Then. So Michael Buffer sells the grudge match. It is that time of the evening, though, Martin. It is time for the cream to rise to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, job number 2.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah. Macho Madness, has got more to offer than President Jack Tunney.
I am a 1 second jobber in a 2 second match. And this is the Macho Man Randy Savage with his world touring, amazing, platinum selling, ring rat leering. Just an absolute amazing album. So this is from Are You Ready? Not it's Are You Ready?
He's
getting down with the kids. This is how kids text back in the day. Are you ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I am ready.
Just like that. Just like that. So this is from Are You Ready? It's the first verse. Beautiful verse. So it goes like this. So we're going to do the damn thing. So I hope you're all ready. Savage man's going to rip the microphone like confetti. Fucking guy, man. And rock steady. You should have never got me started. In this rap game now, y'all are dearly departed. So that's that's retarded. A wrestler coming off like this. I don't know how PC that is. Fucking hell. One that's lyrically inclined.
We're live, pal. Just keep reading. We're live.
With the mic in his fist. It's the savage man with the master plan. I gotcha waving your hands saying that's my jam. That's my jam, Elizabeth.
Sweet chili jam with that Nando's chicken. Oh, yeah.
What fucking jam?
No.
That's my jam.
No. Now everybody's.
Can I have some Illumi sticks, please?
Miss Elizabeth, grab some of those mozzarella dips with his jam.
So now everybody's kind of shocked and amazed that Macho Man's got your head in a daze. And I'm about to start a brand new rap craze, cuz I'll crush you in the ring as well as the stage. So everybody, come on, put your hands up high, because we're coming with a sound that you can't deny. It's the M to the I to the C to the H to the O to the M to the A to the N. No, I'm not playing. I got the place in mayhem. What a fucking guy. And it's just beautiful. It reads
5 stars.
Just like it reads like heaven.
12 stars. 12 stars match.
All
Match of the decade. It's not even
Beautiful.
a match.
Okay.
Can we just talk about something about Mr. Savage's rap? It was quite savage. He lived up to his name by spelling out something there, which I appreciate more than anything. But yeah, Rob, why did we mute? Because I'll be honest, you wouldn't have heard shit if I didn't mute them.
Yeah, we enjoyed ourselves far too much. We had to press the mute button because Martin would have not got across the lovely lyrics of the Macho Man Randy Savage.
I'm going to say the subtle nuances in the song, it'd have been completely lost if we didn't mute.
If we didn't mute.
I'm going to say, if you watch this on YouTube, you can see the reaction, though.
Rip to the Macho King.
I would say,
absolutely.
Rip.
What a legend. Falling out for that guy. As always, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately gone, but with the help of Martin Holland, never forgotten.
Never forgotten. Never will be. Mickey J is the referee to begin with. As the Macho Man Randy Savage with Miss Elizabeth takes on Diamond Dallas Page with Kimberly in tonight's main event at the Great American Bash. And Buffer hasn't got a fucking clue what's going on. But DDP comes from behind and takes down Savage, and we're off.
What a jump start. Love it.
What a jump start from the babyface as well, which was class. Look, I don't think I want to spend a hell of a lot of time like on the middle of the match. I think we will just go to the finish as such, because it was a pretty standard back and forth. No disqualification, falls count anywhere, no balls barred, all of the gimmicks, all of the fucking drama, all of the politics.
In the crowd, all around.
Yeah.
All over the arena. Check it out for yourselves. Absolutely watch it. Is there any spots that anyone wants to call out before we start going to the ref swaps?
Whacking with the wubber. Whacking with the wubber. Fucking stop me in my tracks. Bobby Heenan. When they go to that little picnic area. AM1, it's a VIP area.
There's a barbecue. Get the barbecue.
Hopefully the coals are not that hot. No, but the thing is,
it's a good job they did set the coals on fire.
It's a VIP area where you think if you pay more money to go see a wrestling show and you have the VIP area, you'd have the best view in the house, like a skybox or front row, like the Sting Marks and me.
Next to the stage.
But no, fucking next to the stage, back of the fucking 10 grand.
In the Godwin's back garden.
That pissed me off. Fucking Heenan kept saying whacking with the picket fence. Lost my shit though. Lost my shit with whacking with the wubba. Fucking cry. I had to pause the match and have a 5-minute think about my life. The second I heard that.
Do you think he thought about it like, and he's like, I'm gonna say that in a minute, like, and it's gonna make everybody laugh and I'm gonna love it.
You watch me take the piss out of Dusty. Like,
literally.
I'm doing this. I think Dusty made a comment earlier in the night. So go on, take a sip of water again. So I don't know if these two were fucking having shots against each other.
Probably.
Yeah, of course it was.
It's the one thing about listening to the commentary. Every now and again, you'll hear like a snide comment. You're like, they'll receipt for that. So I think whacking with a wubba.
Yeah, the first show that we watched with them all was fucking brutal, but then it got better.
They
so now it's just sly. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's there,
whacking with a wubba.
Whacking with a wubba. Let's start going home. So the match is more of the same from the first one, really, as we've talked about. But then Savage just attacks Mickey J out of nowhere and hits him with the fucking pile driver. What the fuck's that all about?
Yeah.
Your man Mark Curtis comes down. He's fucking trying to break up a 10-punch attempt from the Macho Man. He gets fucked up for his trouble.
Yeah, he just gets shit canned.
Literally, Savage then goes after Kimberly, but Nick Patrick gets involved. Nick Patrick then basically talks to him and stops him from fucking attacking Kimberly. The VIP area, as we talked about, gets fucked up. Dusty shouting about the barbecue, as we talked about. It then gets more scrappy than ever as he gets back in the ring, as the match is now gone on for quite some time. Nick Patrick stops the pile driver on the concrete. Savage just basically fucks him up.
Yeah.
Then fucks a photographer up.
What did that young lad ever do?
Take photos, apparently, before taking one hell of a chair shot. But Savage had fucking lost it at that point, right?
I think he thought it was. I think he worked himself into a shoot at that point.
100%.
Yeah.
That's one thing about Macho. It was like later on in his career when the whole madness thing. It's like to begin with, you're like, okay, that's cool, that works for your name. But then after a while, you're like, shit, I think he might actually genuinely have some mental issues.
Yeah.
But then he drops a rap album and all them fears are just
all is forgiven.
All is put to rest.
Hall comes out.
Yep.
He kicks Nick Patrick straight in the head. This is after the Diamond Cutter pin, I think.
That crowd was up as well.
Yeah, they were. Page cuts off Hall. Savage gets the title belt, the tag title belt, and hits DDP with it. Raises edge on DDP. Big elbow from the top rope. Patrick gets dragged over, and we get the free count. The NWO reign supreme, as per usual. The usual theme of WCW. And then we're quickly just rushed off the air. They've obviously gone over their allotted time on pay-per-view. They need to get their end credits in. But don't worry, because Hans Muster was on video. And there's a Bash at the Beach plug at the very end of the show. And we're out of there, really. So the match went 16 minutes, 56 seconds. I have given it 3 stars. And that is less than the Ultimate Dragon versus Psychosis at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Over to you, Jabber number 2.
I went with 4 stars. I think it was just slightly better than the first match in terms of the fact that I love DDP and I like this feud. I just look at this and just
probably
the intensity.
The best feud that we've had the pleasure to sit through.
Yeah.
Other than you know, as I said in the Larrys, that WCW versus NWO, this is very much a part of that. This for me is probably the main segment of WCW versus NWO
This is like
consistently.
But this is like one person against one person, not like a company person outside. Yeah.
But he's still your big WCW babyface who is an active wrestler because Sting's just jerking himself off up in the rafters.
As he should.
Versus, Hulk Hogan might be recognised as your top guy, right? Kevin Nash and Scott Hall are you're sort of underneath, but Macho Man's always been there with Hogan. Yeah. Always. You can't step him down that pegging order. Macho Man's up there.
And the thing as well, if Hogan's not there, he is the main event.
Savage.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy to think as well, because I think that, like you said, Macho Man and Hogan are on the same level. They are. There was the mega powers. Yeah, Hogan's the household figure and stuff. Always has been really, but at certain points in time, they have been equals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They've been a tag team together because there was like the most immovable. What was it? The mega powers that. There was just amazing, wasn't it, as a tag team?
Yeah.
And I think I think Hogan has sort of like kept Macho Man down, to be honest, in that way.
Constantly.
Macho Man, what did Macho Man really achieve in WCW? Going forward, obviously, till the end of WCW, I can tell you he achieved nothing. Did he get the belt later on? Russo was booking.
I think he gets one more.
But you can't count. You can't count it back, in the end days of WCW. David Arquette won the fucking title as well. David Flair had a fucking big run as well.
Vince Russo won the belt. Vince
Russo had the belt. You can't count stuff like that. So this is like the era, 97, 98. And he had the biggest rivalry with a person without having to have a championship on the line.
Yeah.
And that speaks volumes.
Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
The main event did 2 shows without the title on the line. What does that tell you?
Everything. Everything you need to know.
I'm going to say. I went 2.5 stars. I think in a different way, this was just as good as the opening match. Like Mark said, though, these two have just put on a fucking belt with a feud. Don't need a title, which said something for them. Also, it was quite nice to see that at this point, Macho Man has put over someone that's essentially a nobody. Because this is the feud that made DDP. He admitted it himself. That when Macho Man just went,
it's because he was so giving.
Cutter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was so giving.
Where brother.
It didn't just say. Oh, I've been fucking main evented WrestleMania in the fucking. What is it? Was it WrestleMania 3 and IC title against?
I won the tournament of Mania 4.
You know what I mean. He hasn't said, "Oh, I'm playing the big boy card here, and this is what I want you to do."
Yeah.
He said, "You know what? I'm on my way out. You're on the way up. Let's fucking sort it out."
Yeah.
And to be fair, like
did it the right way.
Like,
absolutely.
And it is good for like anybody who is doing wrestling, like myself included. I would look at this sort of like match and say, like in my own personal like wrestling world that I'm currently in, one foot in maybe, that this is the sort of perfect like feud to look at, like you said, without a title being on the line. A title, does a title make a feud, or does a feud make a title? I don't know. That's very subjective, isn't it?
All depends on the feud.
Exactly. But that just shows that the feud is first and foremost.
Yeah.
The biggest thing. The title comes in as an added stipulation.
The only time WWE have really added the main title to a feud, to enhance it in any way, and that was to put a stipulation on, was, to my memory, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, 2008, where we ended up with that ladder match that we watched on the Watch Along series.
See, to me, I think always the winner of the Rumble going after the champion. I think that's the only time where the belt's more than the feud, because the entire point of winning the Rumble match is to get the title match.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that's brought you to it. And then they have like...
Wouldn't you say that's the same as Money in the Bank these days?
Yeah, but they don't tend to build a feud on that. That's more of a surprise pinja.
Yeah.
At least, like, from the end of the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, you're on a sort of you are on the track with someone, Braun Strowman style. Rest in peace. He's not dead. It's just his career in WWE is. But yeah, like that's how I see it. Though.
For now, yeah. He should have cried. Like he should have cried. Like
Drake Maverick. Who thinks they only release Aleister Black and Lana because of who their partners are?
What's that?
But then in that case, wouldn't you release Pace and Royce?
Married people are. Well, they did.
Put down Adam Page.
Oh yeah,
Adam Cole. Britt
Baker. Britt Baker's his missus.
I think he's a different level, isn't he? I think.
I don't know.
He's Mr. Main Event of NXT. He's the Shawn Michaels of NXT. Him, Johnny Gargano, Ciampa, they can't be touched.
Yeah. I would say we've massively gone off track about this pay-per-view.
We're all right with it. People like modern day wrestling too. We're just giving our opinion.
I thought that about Dallas, but there you go. Here we are.
Yeah. I mean, end of the day, though,
he was an NXT champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, the longest reigning as well.
Oh, for fuck's sake, get over it. Back to the Great American Bash. We collectively rated this at, what do we think?
1.7.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 1.25, I think. I'll put a couple of...
You have thrown in a couple of 0.5.
1.62. Collectively, we're at 1.62.
Ooh.
I have got the lowest rating at 1.5, followed by Don at 1.66, and Martin had the highest actually at 1.69, funny enough. So 1.62 in total brings us to our second highest WCW rated pay-per-view that we've watched this year so far. Next up, we go back to the Fed for the 1997 King of the Ring.
Very good.
One when Mabel wins.
No, thankfully not. Some young upstar from Stamford, Connecticut, or Greenwich, Connecticut, I should say.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon
might stand a chance, depending on his mangina China. But there's other people in there like Mankind, right? Mankind's got a chance.
Might have had a chance a year before, but a certain
Ahmed Johnson might be around.
You never know.
But the main thing that we need to remember is someone's got their smile back.
Yeah, the night was sunny.
Yeah, he did.
It was all right.
And he's just a sexy boy returns. Also,
like Bob Holly's returns to
do you think him and Brian Pillman did like the Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods to something like they did to Page?
Possibly. In the in the internet room, the WWF internet room, the Superstar line.
Yeah.
In there.
Definitely.
That's where
the guys like typing what happened to AOL.
Definitely. AOL, yeah. Todd Pettingale was recording it. Doc Hendricks was doing commentary with Jim Cornette.
There's fellatio happening, and fucking Shawn Michaels to the camera.
And then Flash Funk walked in and went, what's happening here?
Motherfucker's not doing it right.
We're not meant to be dancing.
Jane Oaken walks in and is like, this smells like fuckery in here.
That's a merch.
Did I mention that Medusa retired on the last show?
That's a fucking merch. Why does it smell like fuckery in here? Fuck, that's merch. That's fucking hot fire merch right there.
Is there any confessional stories from the weekend that anybody wants to give before I roll out?
No. It's been a boring weekend.
No, Martin?
I don't know what you're asking me.
I'm just asking, because last one that I went on about how drunk I got over the weekend.
Oh.
I'm just seeing if anyone's got any interesting stories.
Just blurring the lines,
No, okay, I'll go. I'm still recovering from Saturday.
Yeah, if you follow Rob on his socials, you could probably see why.
Just as in next some neat vodka.
Doing a healing.
Got to keep the bloodstream going, brother. Got to keep the bloodstream going. On that note, hit that intro music. I have been Rob Campbell alongside.
I am a 1 second jobber in a 2 second match.
It's a 1 second jobber.
With a 2-4 finish.
Send us home, Dad.
I've been Daniel keeping count of the intro counter call.
I think you've got them wrong, and it's going to be really funny to watch it back.
Hit that intro.
Hit that exit music. See you next time. King of the Ring 97. Bye bye.